Chad Davis back to receive.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday, October the 10th, 2025. You are watching the 330 to go high school football show. I am Mike Vorhies.
Matt Magaw. Let's go, Mike.
We're jumping in, folks. We've got a lot to discuss this morning. Some sensitive topics as well. So we'll jump right in.
You're just prefacing it.
I'm prefacing it right off the bat.
Tell them, disclaimer, we are not here to hurt anybody's feelings.
We are not here.
Judging by all the comments.
Yes, there's going to be some hurt feelings.
Well, unfortunately,
yeah.
My whole goal out of today is to say what everyone's thinking and have a legit conversation of understanding of what in God's green earth is going on in high school football right now.
Agreed, 100%. So normally we discuss scores. We're not doing that.
Nope.
You're going to show.
Nope.
They will show on the ticker on the bottom. If there's time, we'll double back. But I don't think there will be time to double back.
No, there won't be.
No time to double back. So
what's
Matt,
our first hot topic of the
I'm
week?
going to tee it up because everybody's talking about it.
We just showing it.
Handshake line issues.
How do you do?
Can we?
Is it like this?
Can we?
Can you go like that?
Yeah. Good game.
See you, bud.
Yeah. Have a great one.
Take care. Nope.
Cue the video.
Can we please watch this video? We don't have the video. Okay. All right. So here, basically, what's happened is at the end of the Massillon game this past week, from our understanding,
Cardinal Ritter from St. Louis, Missouri,
college prep team.
Yes.
Okay. End of the game, kids are getting together, comments are being made, a few breakouts of pods of no one really was swinging, no hits, nothing along that lines, a lot of commotion, right?
Well, somebody's face mask did get smacked in one of the videos.
All right, so when we see the video, if we have that one,
we're working on it. Multiple videos.
But the point is, it ends up with basically pepper spray. Okay.
Yeah, police unfortunately have to pepper spray because folks aren't listening to lawful orders being given by police officers.
It's pretty good. I like that. Lawful orders.
I mean, they're being told to go to the locker room and they're refusing to listen.
Okay.
And so,
so pepper spray is dispersed.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden the opposing team is up in the opposing team's stance.
Yeah. That I don't understand either.
Well, I think kids were just running from the fact that there was a cloud
they were getting pepper sprayed.
They just got bear maced.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, and
pepper spray sucks too.
I've never been. I'm going to take your word. Okay, you have.
So
Awkward.
Back in high school, some friends, we were being stupid and somebody had some pepper spray and I wanted to see what it felt like. So big mistake.
So we post this on our main page.
We did.
All right, I could go down that rabbit hole. Right?
I'll skip it.
This is a rabbit hole that you can go down if you ever go in our comment sections. Okay. So
North, they bounce back against Cardinal Ritter Prep. They are getting the players lined up for the handshakes. As you see there on your screen, your final score here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. In this Week 7 matchup, it was the Massillon Tigers 28, the Cardinal Ritter Prep Lions 14.
Got a few players
now they're trying to get the players separated now.
This was shared from the Massillon Police Department.
Potentially harsh words might have been exchanged during the handshake line, which will be aborted.
Aborted.
And Jim Ballard, the win is in the books. The Tigers are now 4-3, and they are really now into it down on the field. And there's one Massillon Tiger over on the far side. Can't really see who that is.
Looks like it's Eli Moore.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, so much for anonymity.
Very unfortunate situation here. The Tigers and Lions.
Seems everything was...
No, I mean,
players.
Hold it for a quick second.
At this point, I think we've seen this, but we've seen this at the end of games.
Yes.
Okay. This isn't like this is the first time.
No.
And not making a ton of jokes, but it's like the 4th time this year at Massillon, correct?
It is. That
Okay.
happened week 1 at Glenville. It happened with Rayburn Gap, Georgia, St. Ed's, and then last week with Cardinal Ritter.
So making that comment, that sounds like, oh, well, this is always something that happens at Massillon. Okay, I'm not making.
We're not saying it's.
I'm
Massillon.
not saying that whatsoever. But Massillon does know this. Hence why, hit the rest of the play button. This is what occurs because
losing their poise here at the end.
Watch them just.
So, Jim, an unfortunate situation unfolding. They're still trying to get it all cooled down, and the Lions players now want more.
Well, if you didn't see, can we stop for a sec? In the top right-hand corner, as you're watching us, and again, this was put out for the public by Massillon Police Department,
so everybody understands what happens. Yeah,
because there was a lot. I mean, even if you can go back and find it on your own and listen to it, you'll hear the fans. There's a lot of people who didn't realize what was even happening. I don't even think people realized at the time that there was pepper spray dispersed. Now, when they do that, the motion that they do it in, at least that I see from the perspective, is in a deterring fashion. It wasn't pointed at one particular
not at all.
person.
It was
drawing a line
to
down
say
the middle of the hash marks.
Guys, enough's enough. We've said it enough. Stop. You're not listening.
Exactly.
Do what you're being told. And they chose not to. And unfortunately, the police had no choice but to do this, because had they not, what would have happened? Another brouhaha and more fisticuffs. And
I think it was handled exactly as best as it could be, given the circumstances of the moment.
Agree.
Our feelings, our opinions formed, our feelings hurt. Yes. Okay. But nobody really truly did get hurt.
No,
there were no fights. Nobody's going to be suspended. I'm sure. You know what I mean? Like, this could have turned into a much more altercation.
I wonder how many laps or suicides or something.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot, because if you actually watch the coaches, it's not like they're happy.
No,
if you know the coaches, you can really identify. They're grabbing kids, pulling them off to the side.
You can see head coach Nate Moore in the video, and he's going. He's losing his mind as he should, because this is not what you want representing your school. This is not 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 kids. Don't make the decisions for your team.
You hit the play button, Moon Man, so we can just see the real quick ending of where some people took it again the wrong direction of.
I'm not sure what in the world is going on now. Ritter players seem to be going into the stands. Oh my goodness!
Trying to get away.
What an odd scene.
That's the visitor sideline.
And he comes right back in.
Right.
I'm not sure what the explanation is for that.
Why are they going to the stands? I would have ran off the field too. Today's day and age, you just don't know. There's no reason the players should be in the stands.
So how do we stop this? Because obviously, once is a one-off. It happens twice, and you're like, 3 times, and you're like, wait a minute, something's not right. And then it happens a 4th time. Like, I get it. I played sports, Matt. I know you played sports. The handshake line is, in fact, like sportsmanship. That's all it is. You're basically saying good game, whatever. I'm sure there's other things I can tell you from experience. There's other things that are being said in those 100%. Handshake lines.
You walk through. I was taught at a very young age that you walk through, if you are high-fiving to your right, you're actually using your left, because you're using your right to just kind of shield yourself. Being a guy, you got the low man punch that happened. That would happen going through handshake lines.
South of the border is no
100%. So it's very difficult to go out, ramp yourself up. All intents and purposes, want to go rip someone's head off, because that's what a coach will tell you. Go out there, take it to them. And then after the game, let's turn it off.
Yeah,
because
hard.
now we've lost, and emotions are into it.
Emotions are real too. 100%. And these kids, if they've lost the game, which they did, Massillon won that football game. They shut them out. Of course, Cardinal Ritter traveled all this way.
Well, they have to, because
I know Massillon has 9 home games.
Yeah,
but they traveled all this way.
Hello. Massillon people have got to be laughing about that.
I would hope that they're laughing at it. Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah.
It's only 8 weeks.
7-minute drive on the only away game.
Right. So emotions are real, right?
Yeah.
So a team travels all this way. You get embarrassed.
Yeah.
Not how they wanted to play, obviously. So yes, they're frustrated. They're angry. And words are said. chirping,
But how do you
trash
fix
talk.
that? How do you fix that
You
without
can't.
that? You already
can't
had the police
stop
officers
trash
out there.
talk.
Do we go back to COVID?
Do you do the wave where you
Do you
stand
remember-
on your sideline and I stand on mine and
Didn't
we
they
wave
used to
and
go?
that's
Wasn't
it?
there a point where we
Yeah.
went hash marks and we
6
stood
feet.
and faced
Right.
each other and they just waved because you couldn't be closer than 6 feet?
No touching, all that kind of stuff.
Do we go
We've
back to
got to
that?
do something because I have a feeling, and it's not just happening at Massillon.
No.
We're only talking about it from the Massillon game because that's how the media kind of blew it up.
Well,
it's happening at other games too,
Yes.
where we've had fights in the parking lot following a game. We've had gunfire after a football game.
Nonsense.
This nonsense has to stop. For God's sake, it's got to stop.
And then some
You're
of the
taking
comments,
something fun,
some of
and
the
you're ruining
comments
it.
this week than when we posted this
guys.
on the other page. Okay, right here. Maybe people should actually watch the video. Clearly, the other team instigated the issue. And if you actually watched the game, you would have seen that they were instigating Massillon the entire game. Does anybody remember a player from the other team now we're referencing? So obviously, when you're reading this and you're going through the comment section,
Somebody got triggered here.
no, somebody might as well have put OB Tiger right there at the top. This is a Massillon person that is given a perspective. They were at the game.
Yeah.
But they're letting them bully, beat up fellow teammates, friends. The other teammate came here to play with an attitude. That is though Massillon. When you walk in there, they do have a feeling of them against the world. So
I
this
think
happens
they've used
because
that as a tagline
Well,
as well.
well, they have, but like that's because that's the mentality. So I get where it's sticking up for your teammate and all that, but actually, if you watch the video, I don't think it was just one side. I think that was both, and it's probably kids, like we've already said, both just running their mouths. Eli, number 8 wouldn't have been near anything if obviously something wasn't
Sticking
said.
up for a teammate.
Maybe he was as well,
Or maybe
okay?
he was being attacked or somebody said something to
But
him.
unless you really know
Right.
and you're there, you really
I
have
wasn't
no
in
clue.
the handshake line.
Scroll
were you?
down because these are some other fun comments
Yeah,
that I really
guys,
love.
these are great. That's just football culture. It's foolish to pretend you can amp up a bunch of teenagers to go mash and crash each other and tie their physical performance to their very sense of self, and then expect them to just turn that off and on reliably when a whistle blows.
That's a great take.
That's
a
an
legit
amazing take.
That's that. All right. So we've got.
I expect kids to show up to a game and they're ready to go. I expect them to have an attitude from the time they pull into the parking lot until the time they make it back to their stadium and at their home field.
Yeah. Next good one was, this is a result of the everyone gets a trophy mindset. Both teams should know how to win or lose gracefully in high school. Do we think that's something too? Or because as we get more and more into this show and we start talking about some other big hot topics in high school, I think it's really safe to say that we're starting to kind of maybe see the downfall of the everybody gets a trophy, because when you don't do well, you know what I mean? You what does it give you the right to act out? Gives you the right to run your mouth, cause a scene at the end of the handshake line.
And this is where, like, it frustrates me because not every child in that handshake line is acting out, doing it. They're doing exactly what you're supposed to do in a handshake line. Good game, good game, good game.
Boom.
Fist bump the coaches.
I really don't think
done.
half the team knew what was going on. If you do watch a video, I think one kid's down there doing a backflip, which was absolutely amazing. Do you think he knows that bear spray has just been, thrown out?
All right, here's another one.
And this is the best take.
All right,
I like
my
this one.
friend is a cop, has seen this video and said he would do the same thing. That's what they are trained to do. They didn't want to leave the field as they were told. Mace is a deterrent. Evidently, you didn't see the kids running through the stands, running amok.
A little different there.
I know they're just kids, but you have to respect authority. And that's what this world is not doing, and not being held accountable for their actions. Remember, this was a collegiate football team from out of state. They should be held to a higher standard.
That's where this comment went south, okay? Because it's not
a college prep team.
Yeah.
It's a high school, college prep high school.
That would be illegal.
Well, it would be, I'd be embarrassed if a college team got beat by a high
that would
school
probably
team.
tie into health and safety of making sure that,
I look at you.
Okay. All right.
Did
Did you see how we that's coming up? That's coming up. So how do you change rules?
Funny you should say that, because a lot of schools this week took to social media and have posted some rule changes for some home football games.
APS.
Akron Public Schools, for those that don't know abbreviations, said this: all fans must go through the metal detectors. That's easy enough.
I think it's safe.
Only students from the participating school teams are admitted without a parent or guardian. Administrators will be at the gates.
So you can't drop them off.
Nope.
And just say, see you in a couple hours.
Students currently suspended from school will not be admitted into games. Smart move there. No book bags or medium/large purses permitted. Only clutch size purses. It's a football game. You don't need to bring everything from home. No re-entry, no refunds. That makes perfect sense. That's a sporting
You
event.
walk out, you leave,
No
bye.
admittance after halftime of varsity games. Now, that's a big one because it used to be after halftime, you got in for free. You could just walk in. They're saying no more, no mas. We're not doing that.
Because why? Everybody's coming at halftime because it's free.
Yeah.
Because we don't have money to get in. Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
But then we don't leave, and that's when the problems are happening.
Right.
So while we're worried about what's going on the 50-yard line with a handshake, we're also worried about what's going on behind the bleachers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like all that
safety
stuff,
is
it's
key here.
Health and safety.
Health.
I think this is a
and
key.
Safety.
Yeah.
So do you want me to keep reading it?
I think so. I think
So,
at the end of the day,
no outside food or beverages. That's common sense. That's anywhere you go. You're not allowed to bring in outside food or drinks. Only factory sealed water bottles. Makes perfect sense there.
what do they mean by factory seal?
You buy it from the store and show you have a water bottle currently.
That if the tab's broke,
If the tab is broke, they will make you throw it out.
no bueno.
It has to be sealed
open it
tight,
down.
brand like it's brand new, has never been used.
Makes sense.
That's what they mean.
Because they're trying to eliminate what?
Altered beverages.
Because
Because people are dumb sometimes.
it's high school.
It is high school. Students needing a call students needing to call for a ride should do so by the beginning of the fourth quarter. Makes sense. If you got to call mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, brother, sister, cousin, come get me, Uber, Lyft, whatever. They want it done in
the night, unfortunately, is over.
Yeah.
Okay. You ain't got to go home, but you're not staying
you
here.
can't
Bye-bye.
stay here.
Okay. Call the ride. Yeah. You see that joke all the time. A lot of times that, if there's a blowout in the game, you'll see people start saying, you better call your rides now. But I agree with all these rules. I think at least you're taking a step to try to correct any behavior that's happened in the past that's caused issues, concerns by anyone.
We have some comments.
We do have comments?
We do. So somebody's saying Wadsworth and included in your viewing audience. I don't see us in the stats or anything else.
Oh, Brian. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Brian.
There are some schools.
We're going to discuss Wadsworth coming
We'll
up.
discuss Wadsworth here in a little bit.
Actually, believe it or not, Brian, come say hi, bud. I'll see you tonight. I'm going there. So
There you
joke's
go.
on you. We're covering it, man. We already read your mind. So
Yes.
yeah, no,
But he's right. It's not in the ticker.
It's not.
It's not in the ticker because it was a pick'em game.
Ah.
So what you guys don't understand is
I gotta clean that up.
on the app that we use to broadcast our wonderful show, there is a character limit. And instead of oversaturating and listing scores multiple times, we like to list them once.
Yeah.
So the ticker will have the other games, and
What are
then
we talking about?
we will discuss scores from the pick'em games that we chose.
Yeah.
And so that we don't have to do it twice.
Exactly. But Brian,
Thanks for catching that,
Wadsworth
Brian.
is a lot of our pick'em games. We've
Wadsworth is really, really
We
good.
love Wadsworth.
We really do love Wadsworth. We'll talk about
what's
Wadsworth.
coming up soon that just got me excited thinking about that is the Michael Jackson experience, right?
Yes, sir.
The Thriller.
Yes.
I'll get out there for that noise.
Oh, looks like the Canton area right now. Sorry about that. Well, it's okay, my friend. I appreciate that you're paying attention and you caught it quickly. I really do.
All right, but
I greatly appreciate
Real
it. Anyway,
quick, Tito did also say,
Tito,
did we put that up? I agree with the officer did. This was getting very close to getting out of control. Also, being a parent of a 17-year-old that plays linebacker, it is easier said than done to turn off emotions second after an emotional game. These kids have pride, ego, just scrapped for 4 quarters and are beat up and emotional. Couldn't agree.
that might be
more.
the best take I have heard so far.
That's
Thanks,
I like
Tito.
that. I have
There was another
like
one
that.
too. I say because of ego and immediate emotion, if you want to keep the handshake line, do those individual few-minute team meetings at opposite ends to let it cool down a bit, and then go through the line. That may actually be a very good idea as well.
They've got to do
Because
something.
coaches could take that opportunity to allow kids to vent their frustrations, win or lose. And okay, hey, now we got to go.
So is that
through the
something? I mean,
handshake line.
that's something
That's
easily
something we
that
could easily be done.
OHSA could easily maybe
Step
alter
in and-
or step in. APS took it upon that.
Lots of schools making changes.
Lots of changes, but like speaking of the idea of we've got to do something. We've got to change at least one rule. Mike, we have to, as of right now, change this cancellation rule.
I'm going to take a deep breath. Right? Ready?
Has to be held
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a deep breath. This topic is getting me fired up because we've talked about this all week. We have talked about it all season.
Are we skipping these comments right here on this?
With
APS?
We can scroll past the APS ones. I mean, they did kind of mention. I mean, a lot of takes that we saw that I think the reason we brought this up was, I mean, right there, it's a much bigger problem.
Students can't come without a parent. That is what the rule says. Yeah. They don't want kids roaming free at these games because it's not their job to watch your child at an after-school sporting event.
Facts. They've already done it.
I get it. In high school, me and my buddies used to always go to the high school football games.
Yeah.
Ask me how many quarters we actually watched. Not many. We wandered the entire stadium.
Not watched. That's bad.
Just saying.
I'm not
being
saying
honest.
that. I showed
get
up.
the metal
watched,
detectors, but it's
watched
for
from the sidelines.
Safety.
Yeah.
Because guess what? The world we live in right now, safety is probably at the top of the list of things that we need to concern ourselves with.
What kind of safety?
Health and safety.
Health and safety.
Health and safety.
Scroll down. Yeah, let's just scroll down.
Scrolling down. So, folks, for those that were living under a rock and missed it this week, St. Vincent-St. Mary High School canceled their game for tonight against Columbus Harvest Prep. Mind you, Columbus Harvest Prep is undefeated. St. Vincent-St. Mary, winless. I'm just throwing that out there. Okay. I'm not throwing shade at either team. That is their records.
That's exactly what it is. So with that being said,
do you want to go into why the game was canceled? Because you have Matt, for those that don't realize, Matt attended St. Vincent-St. Mary High School. Also, LeBron James attended St. Vincent-St. Mary High School as well.
That's usually who they think about.
I figured you would be first and then
not
second.
Even close,
man. Okay. Anyway,
there's limited to, I think I logged maybe 12 minutes of varsity play. But whatever.
Fair.
So this past week, it comes out that there's a infectious disease. Is that not what was said? Infectious skin disease.
And for those that aren't realizing it, so week 1 and week 2 of this football season, we had 2 cancellations. Norton and Northwest due to hand, foot, mouth, Garfield and Revere.
Yes.
Same reason.
Yes. On top of the
we're not talking about that is the hand, foot, mouth is a severe thing. It's absolutely severe.
Yes, it is. It's contagious. I'm not downplaying it whatsoever.
But
right here actually breaks down. Hand, foot, and mouth disease is contagious for about 7 to 10 days.
That's a long time, guys. It's a week.
Okay. It can remain in your stool. People can spread it even after the symptoms have improved. So there's a lot to this. And I'm putting this up here to point to the fact that it's real. It's something we have to be concerned about. Okay. It can also, so here's the bacterial skin infection. So that's just as contagious. That's something else that was going on there as well. Okay. Because we talked about hand, foot, and mouth at the beginning of the year. That led to both of those two. Hand, foot, and mouth wasn't a case on St. V side. It was more bacterial skin infection. Okay. So shared toiletries, shared towels, clothing, bedding. That's going to happen in the locker room. Very could easily happen. Okay. Yeah. So
shared towels, really?
Yeah. Really? Well, man, sometimes you just throw them and they get. You know,
share my towel with nobody.
Well, you never played, Mike. I'm just
whoa, shots fired.
But in a locker room, that stuff can easily quickly happen, and it's not like it's is.
I'm being facetious. Just be joking around. I'm just having fun. Sorry.
So St. V though was off the week prior,
correct?
Because of Youngstown Ursuline.
Now, Youngstown Ursuline, they had their season canceled. Okay, they have some lawsuits that they're dealing with. They scrapped their season because no one wanted to play them.
Yes. Rightfully so.
I'm removing Youngstown Ursuline from this conversation.
You remove them, but it also comes into only play because the week before St. B did not play.
Right.
So whatever this skin, they will now be not playing for 2 weeks.
Right.
But this skin thing was supposedly then checked out last Monday. This show is like a stool. It stinks. Thanks, John. Appreciate you, bud.
Bruh.
You're watching though.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, brother.
With that being said, that's pretty good. That made me laugh. All right. St. V checks scans and they identify X amount of players. All right. From then it turns into, they also have injuries. So now, because of lack of numbers, and it's somewhere around, not totally verified, but it's somewhere in the 25 active players after injury
Wow.
and
That's
infection. Not a lot to be able to go play a game.
You figure 11 on both sides. It's 22, and you only
somebody
have
gets
3
hurt.
subs.
Yeah, and you're having linemen.
That's not good.
But like 2 weeks ago, we saw the conversation about Barberton potentially playing with Highland, and they were going to do an alternating clock.
Yeah, they were going to. They had a meeting to change the rules up.
So they were trying to keep that game intact. Highland caught a bunch of slack because they came out, and it hit into the comment section when we said something about St. V being canceled. You better call the Highland AD. Well, I mean, we'll address that probably as we're talking about both, because I think that there's a parallel with a lot of stuff going on, because you can just freely cancel. And that's where I guess my frustration comes through, is if this is purely centered around health and safety, do you think somebody's mental is part of their health and safety? Like your mental capacity, the way that you just go through operating, the things you get to experience. What I'm saying by that is, look at all these kids that didn't get a homecoming game, a senior night, because teams are just canceling. That's exactly what essentially happened a week ago to St. V. They had to have like a powder puff and honor. That was their homecoming. Or I want to say correct. Yep. And then now next week, St. V is supposed to play Walsh. That's supposed to be an honoring of their senior night. So during this past week, you find out they're canceling. They're not playing Harvest Prep. Rumors start speculating completely out. A year ago, St. V didn't have a freshman team. They played all their freshmen up to JV or on varsity. But this year, they have a freshman team who was 5-0 or 6-0 as of last night. They did lose to Avon. Great. You know what I mean? Avon's a great school. It's freshmen. And I don't mean to put that down like as it really sounds away, but the freshman team I was on was like 5-2. My senior year, we were like 4-6. It doesn't mean anything. It flipped it completely the other way. There's a lot of growth that happens, but lining a 14-year-old up against an 18-year-old, it's a huge difference. So when I'm coming from my point with where I'm coming from, that I agree with that. That's health and safety protecting. But Mike, why, in your thoughts, was it okay last year? Let's start there first. But now this year, it's not.
I just think that this is the society that we live in now.
Okay.
It's that and obviously you put health and safety first, right? Not bashing any school. I mean, obviously you have the right, if you feel that you cannot compete in a sporting event, you cancel. However, I have a problem with the fact that nobody's being punished or held accountable for this.
Facts.
When Barberton canceled against Highland or Norton canceled against Northwest, go down the list, right? Nothing happened. Was it a forfeit? No.
Nope.
So now come playoff time, teams have a 9-game divisor instead of a 10, which that changes everything because it is a strength of schedule as well that goes into that for points. And if you play some weaker opponents,
it doesn't work out.
Doesn't work out.
So we're showing this right here, this clip right between us, because Highland is essentially going.
I think this is great. They're working on a financial agreement, because you look at it this way. That was homecoming weekend.
Yes.
You had extra fans, family, friends.
Base a ton of your revenue for your program off of these nights. Now, Highland literally came together as a great community, put on a great display, and, turned it around. Okay. But still, at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to affect a team like Highland, but it could have, because of the points. If they get kind of lost in that 1-2 ranking, but because that's going to affect Highland. All right. Let's just see seeding. I think that's what's coming down now. And I don't think it's fair as you have teams like Northwest who are going to be affected by their seeding because of that game. All right. Norton, the exact same. They didn't play the game, so it's going to affect in some sense. Norton might get thrown into right off the Glenville. Right off the rip. And is that really a reward? Okay. Yeah. So like you go back to that Norton Northwest game. We didn't talk about it because it was the first week. We're like, oh, this is okay. We got to make sure that everyone stays safe. Okay. In a sense of hand, foot, mouth is super contagious. There's no reason to risk it. I think we're embedded
It's
to do
funny
that
that
because of
you-
COVID. COVID did that.
And it's funny that you bring up COVID because I spoke with a very close friend of mine this week.
Okay.
I will leave him anonymous
Yeah.
currently because I want to honor him. Very good friend of mine. I was able to talk to him on the phone. So obviously when a team cancels, it's ruled a no contest by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Okay.
No contest. There are no rules against canceling a football game.
Why?
That is a great question. Ohio High School Athletic Association, what say you? Why? Why is there no rules? So if I wake up in the morning and I just feel like I don't want to play, I can say, hey, Mr.
But that's essentially what's occurred.
That's exactly what we're doing.
We had a team the first week that we hand, foot, mouth. Okay. But there were injuries
There were injuries
and
too.
key injuries. But we didn't say much because it was okay. Week 1, move on. We then fast forward to the next week and we see Garfield do the right thing because Garfield didn't want to go out and take on the risk of dealing with Revere, who did have hand, foot, mouth.
Yeah. Why
Okay.
is it not a forfeit? Agreed. I
So
agree 100%.
now we get all the way to this week, and this just feels way different than this is actually health and safety. I feel like there was an umbrella
Mhm.
that essentially we literally went under. And St. V, by all accounts, could easily call Harvest Prep and say, hey, we're pulling up our freshmen. They're going to be able to, unfortunately,
Is
they're
it
gonna have to play.
ideal? Is it an ideal
No, it's not.
situation?
No, it's
but
not.
you know what that's called?
Your program?
It's adversity. And unfortunately, sometimes you have to overcome a little bit of adversity.
Yeah.
And you need to learn.
But-
it's the trial by fire, so to speak. I'm not saying that I want to see a freshman line up against a
No.
senior and get
No.
lambasted. I'm not saying that at all.
But I don't want to take away
I don't want to lose a game
a
because
Friday
of it.
night
Right.
for not just the kids that are putting on the
The
uniform,
seniors,
the band,
the band,
the cheerleaders,
cheerleaders,
the
the baton
student section.
twirlers,
And
the-
you know what? Every parent who's taken their kid to countless programs and skill training to get your kid better to only think, is this even doing anything at all? Or am I wasting my money? But yet my kid's senior year, I'm going to see him play 10 games. And guess what? They're not.
Yeah, it's
So-
frustrating because
Yeah.
you mentioned COVID.
Yep.
Folks, I did a little research because that's who I am, and anybody that knows me knows that I like to dive into this stuff.
Facts.
How many games in the 2020 season in Northeast Ohio were canceled due to COVID?
I would like to see a couple of people guess right now before
Let's
you
throw up
actually
some
say.
guesses,
let's-
folks. Those
let's-
that are watching
So
at
keep
home.
talking, and then we'll come back to why it's important. State your opinion with that
Be-
number in mind. That
Be-
they don't know.
because it's laughable to me because COVID was such it was a pandemic, right? Global pandemic. The world pretty much shut down, right? Somebody's guessing
Jay
3.
says 3. All right, let's
Okay.
see if we get another one. We'll see if
Let's
anybody
get a
else.
couple.
Keep going.
Let's get a couple guesses.
I had someone guess 100 yesterday.
Okay,
Really?
100.
100. I
That's a
actually
lot of games.
when he did give this to me, I threw out. I think I did like 7 or something like that.
Yeah,
Are we
he
talking
did.
state of Ohio or just
No,
Northeast
just
Ohio?
Northeast Ohio.
Just Northeast
I
Ohio.
didn't dive in across the world,
No.
the country.
Northeast
I stuck with my little backyard. I'm sorry.
Around,
but
like the 3-3, okay,
Right.
who we've covered. Might touch
and
up
I
Cleveland.
actually reached out to a couple other people to confirm, and it was confirmed the number that I had, and I was stunned.
Yeah.
So, but this isn't COVID.
We've had how many canceled this year?
7.
7. Do you feel?
And that's
Do you
that's
think that
including
this one?
Youngstown Ursuline. I know that Glenville had a game against East Tech that was canceled, although no reason was given. But from what I read, it was a forfeit, and Glenville got the win.
Okay.
Not sure. I'm still waiting to confirm all of that. So
Well, that's how it should be.
it should be, unfortunately. And I get it. If you have to cancel a game, you have to cancel a game. But let's do the right thing. Take it as a forfeit. Move on.
So they took it a step further in the sense that I want to say there was the release put out by St. V, correct?
There was a release set out
Okay.
by St. V.
So
Do
this
you want to read this?
yeah, I mean, you can. I don't know.
Go ahead. I'll tee it up.
Yeah.
I'll
All right.
tee
So, dear St. V family at St. Vincent Mary High School, the health and safety and well-being of our student athlete is always at our highest priority. St. VM administration said in a press release, over the course of the season, several players on our varsity football team have endured injuries, some of which are season-ending.
That sucks.
Absolutely.
That's
Not even
awful.
that's okay.
You never want that.
No. On top of that, we've recently learned of additional players have been impacted by a bacterial skin infection. The combination of injury and illnesses has affected our roster and our ability to safely compete and create involvement of ongoing health and well-being situation. Okay. All right. And consulting with Akron Children's Hospital athletic training staff, we have made the difficult decision to cancel this Friday's game against Harvest Prep. This gives us the opportunity to focus on recovery, well-being of our players while assessing the path forward for the remainder of the season. While our goal is to compete in our remaining games, we will carefully evaluate the roster and the health and well-being of our players to determine our ability to safely participate in an upcoming contest. We also are in communications with our upcoming opponents to ensure full transparency and proper planning. All other sporting events and school activities will continue as scheduled. Did you pull the last one? Guys, Mike, can you read the part that I highlighted?
Yeah,
this
gives us the opportunity to focus on the recovery and well-being of our players while assessing the path forward for the remainder of the season.
Why put that in there if you're not thinking about canceling the rest of the season? I'm just going to say it. Why is that in there?
Yeah,
it's 1 week. It was 1 week. When
Right.
when I'm reading that as an alumni, I'm sorry.
that
seeing
makes it seem like
very,
they may or
very
may not finish the
unfortunate
season.
occurrence. Exactly.
That's how that sounds.
Because of that being out there, they had to have a meeting of parents.
I would expect nothing less.
And the resolution that came out of that was nothing.
Oh.
They're still looking at the fact, are the kids going to play next week? As of right now, I don't think Walsh has an idea of what's going on. They're planning. They're planning for Friday. But I think why I'm so frustrated is there's kids that I know that are over there that are seniors that have busted their butt for countless years.
Right.
And I feel personally they're being cheated. I really do. It frustrates me because it's behind a health and wellness. I'm taking the skin infection completely out because it's dwindled. I think that's something that did a school maybe potentially use that because they don't want to play anymore. What's really going on? Because again, I'm falling back on why could we play freshmen up last year, but we can't do it this year.
Yeah.
And to me, it sounds bigger than a game.
Because in sports, is it not the mentality of the next man up?
Yes.
I get sometimes it's not
110%.
ideal. But if you have 50, and I get there are some schools that struggle to put a team together every year.
Mhm.
And that's a whole another topic for a whole nother show.
Well, no, wait, that's a good point. Barberton, when they did it, here's the parallel that I see. Barberton and St. V are similar in a sense. They both canceled, but Barberton's a community. So that starts at the youth level of trying to get the numbers out there. And then the hard, difficult problem of keeping those kids in your community and staying there. That's constantly a conversation that we have around this Summit County areas. Well, this community is good and this community is good, but are you going to keep the kids when it comes to high school? Are they going to go to a private school? St. V's a private school. You're pulling kids from these communities that Barberton is probably like being crippled by. You know what I mean? Like there's kids that go to Barberton that went to St. V. And I don't know the exact number, but it's happened.
Yeah.
So when you kind of start looking at, I don't see them then when you start seeing it that way as the same. I feel like I just don't understand why you can't have a conversation to make these games still happen. Harvest Prep game most certainly could have happened.
Where's the accountability?
I just feel like people are being cheated.
I'm not, and I, again, here's my disclaimer. I'm not bashing health and safety.
No,
I'm not bashing particular schools. I'm using the facts and the information that's presented. Why is the Ohio High School Athletic Association allowing this stuff to happen? Why are there not rules in place?
we're on a slippery slope.
We are.
Yeah, I mean, it's
why are there not
slope.
rules in place that if a team wants to cancel, trust me, I went up and down their website, inside, outside, frontwards, backwards. All I could find was weather related stuff. This isn't weather related. No. It's not stadium related. Like canceling football games back years ago was never a thing.
No, you never did it.
By the way, back to the answer to the trivia question, folks. One game was canceled in 2020 because of COVID. One. And Youngstown, and it was Youngstown Ursuline, believe it or not.
And that was COVID.
COVID.
That right there is why the first week we're like, oh, it's okay because there's a disease out there and it could really spread.
And we didn't know.
We didn't think much of it.
Right.
But now I just feel like there's just this weight of being I don't know. I'm flabbergasted that it's baloney. Okay. That was the word I was supposed to use today. Baloney, because that's in place of the word BS, but it just feels like that.
It's a baloney sandwich.
Yes. I'm sorry, man.
It's frustrating. So I don't want to keep beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
I really, really don't.
Mhm.
But things have to change. Like we need to teach kids that this isn't, you just don't take your ball and go home. Like that's not how the real world operates. If things are hard, yes, that's life, right?
Mhm.
It's not easy.
Some of the comments that had went on here is that as soon as that was posted, everyone, like I'd said, went after the Highland AD, and they had said, is Harvest Prep gonna have St. V kicked out of their league? Well, St. V's not in one. Okay, that's why they do play a very difficult schedule. If you look at it, I think it's like second or third in the state. I mean, they're playing a difficult schedule of opponents. But week in and week out, they've went out there and they've played.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think that's, and I'll leave it at this, that those kids have endured a lot this year already, to the point, if you look at their scores, they've went out there and went against adversity every week. Didn't really put up scores till week 4 or 5 defense. So those kids have endured that and had to take that on. And now I just feel like they're going to be twisted, and now it's going to be a whole nother thing where they don't want to go play. And I think there's a lot of kids there that want to continue to play. And I would just say to coaches and you do whatever you have to do to make this a 1 week thing. And the fact that I got on here and just talked pure nonsense.
The Ohio High School Athletic Association allows the 2 teams in question to have a meeting, adjust the rules, change it to where it makes sense. You can do a running clock. You can go 7-on-7. You can,
that's wild.
Like there's things that you can do to make this game happen. Now, do we want one team to go out and absolutely embarrass another team? No. That's why you have the ability to go and change the rules for this 1 week in order to get this game in, because it is not fair to the parents, the fans, the actual players, the cheerleaders, the band, the concession workers, the people that work in the stands. It's not fair to them to have this taken away from them. It's out of their control, and it's something has to be done.
Yeah. For the sake of just, I mean, we went through it so much with COVID. That allowed us to be creative to make games happen.
Yeah.
If we keep that mind frame when we were screaming for kids to be on the field Friday night back then, because of health and wellness, and it's not good for their mental, and they have to have some sense of normalcy at high school level, that still plays true today. So that's why I think I just sound like I'm just beating a horse, because I just can't wrap my head around why 5 years ago we would have done anything to play a Friday night game. And here we are now. And I don't see.
Yeah. I don't think anything's changed in those 5 years. Maybe the dates on the calendar, maybe some businesses have closed. Like there's some other things, but football is still football. Yeah. Like, and if they're given the opportunity to go in and tweak the rules and make the game fun so that it gets played, then play it, or the other team must forfeit.
Yes.
Because then you have 10 regular season games. That's what they use to figure out your computer points. Nobody's doing 9 and all of that, because there's only
they got to pay the lowest ticket sales that you've had all year to that point.
12 teams make the playoffs.
Because so revenue's a thing too, man.
Yeah, this one cancellation could affect a team making the playoffs.
I'm pretty sure the Harvest Prep team, I know they're undefeated or something, but they were talking about, there was an article, I think that was maybe in their state, and they hyped it up that
you realize it's in our state. It's
Harvest
Ohio.
Prep?
They're in Columbus.
Who was the one I'm thinking of that was out of state? I'm thinking of the Massillon.
Cardinal Ritter.
I'm sorry. It was
Massillon.
It was Massillon.
St. Louis.
St. Louis, that's what it was. I was thinking them. I don't know why I got it messed up. But Northwest is affected.
Yeah, Northwest is affected.
Their computer points.
Yeah.
100%, right?
So it is what it is. I'm going to step down off of my soapbox now because I don't want to end
Thank you
the show
for
like this.
listening to us. It just more me than anything.
It is frustrating. It really, really is.
It really did. It got me completely off.
Like
this is why I had to go 5-0 last week.
Anybody that knows me knows that when I plan and prep for things, I had show notes ready to go, and then Matt calls me on Wednesday, and he's like, "Hey, do me a favor, take your show notes and burn them." He's like, "We're doing this instead." So my apologies. I did have some stat leaders.
Nah,
we're going to cover those next week.
Yes.
Lord willing, next week.
Yes.
Barring
somebody
any
cancels,
sort of,
you just better be prepared because we're doing. Yeah, we're gonna go on another rant.
So I will bring up I will get some stats. There were some really, really good stats. Some quarterbacks that have only thrown one interception on the season. Like those are some good stats right there.
Those are, man. Save those for next week.
I will save them for next week. No, do not. We're not
at the
apologizing.
45-minute mark today.
In the world of news, when things happen, they happen, and you talk about them while they're live. You do. Anyway,
all right, let's get
pick 'em. So Matt again 5-0, but guess who was also 5-0 last week?
First one of the year.
Let's go. And the fans go 4-1.
That did, man.
We had a great week.
What's the overall? Do we have that?
We do. Matt is 30-5, as you see the ticker on the bottom. 30-5 for Matt, 28-7 for me. And the fans are now one game behind me at 27-8.
Separation there. We're really defining first, second, and third.
I'm coming for first place. Let's go.
Well, you've got two. Wow, we got 3 more weeks.
We do.
3 more weeks.
Pick 'em recaps. Yep. Here we go from week 7. 5-0 Norton took on 5-1 Cloverleaf. Norton is the winner, 48-21. Staying undefeated for those Panthers in Norton, and you'll see those undefeated Norton Panthers tonight.
Woodridge.
They're going to take Woodridge. It's a home game for Norton, so Matt's going to go check that game out. That'll be awesome to
get
see.
Their halftime.
Yeah,
so I'm going to try to shoot for a halftime.
So here we go. Rittman 5-1 took on 4-2 Dalton.
Good job.
Thanks. I practiced all week. Dalton gets the win. Dalton. I did it, and you said I did it right, then I do it wrong. Dalton wins 27-7. So we all had that one picked correctly. The fans took Rittman.
The fans did take Rittman.
Fans took Rittman in that game. So there you go. Field and Coventry, both 1-5. Field takes that one 37-7. A big one in North Canton. Canton McKinley at Hoover, and McKinley wins by a missed extra point.
Did you see that return?
20. I did. Way to go to capture that one live.
I just felt like there was something. Well, actually, North Canton was so backed up in their end zone.
So it was a great
that I was like, this could end up like a blocked punt.
Do you remember? Was it Darius Hill that returned it for the McKinley Bulldogs? Because he's
7.
I don't know jersey numbers. I haven't covered a McKinley
I'm a
game
jersey
this year.
Number guy. That's usually how I remember it.
It's all good, but McKinley gets the win. 21-20. A missed extra point by Hoover is the difference in the ball game.
Usually is.
It's unfortunate. And then obviously, where's he at? Wadsworth took on Hudson. Wadsworth gets the win, 35-17.
Get on him, man.
Wadsworth remains undefeated. So again, 35-17. Who was it? Brian, was that his name?
Brian.
Hey, Wadsworth won 35-17.
There you go.
Wadsworth won. Yeah. And you'll see Wadsworth tonight, Matt.
I am. That's where
they're going to go to Nordonia. That is a pick'em game as well.
It is. Let's get into
at Nordonia.
We getting into it?
You know what? Let's get into it. Pick'ems for week 8. We've got, and hats off to you, sir. Again,
you say this every week, but then there's like a
no. This week might be the best I've seen so far this season.
Okay.
These are 5 of the best games I think in the area, and there is an honorable mention game I do want to talk about. I'm going to give it its own special little segment.
Okay.
So we'll get to that. 6-1 Lake. Their only loss is to Jackson again, and they're going to McKinley. At McKinley, 6-1. McKinley's only loss is to St. Augustine Prep out of New Jersey.
Fans.
Federal League implications on the line tonight at Tom Benson Memorial Stadium.
Fans took Lake.
Fans took Lake.
This is a high vote, man.
Give me the Bulldogs of McKinley.
Yeah, I'll follow you there too, bud.
I think McKinley is on a roll right now. You know what, Lake? This game will be a really good one, though. This game will be really good. Federal League implications all day long, but yeah, give me McKinley.
Yeah, I'm going to take McKinley as well.
A big game.
It would be interesting though, because if Lake ends up winning that, how does that run out? They could get shared, right?
There would be a share of the Federal League.
If they run the table.
Because Jackson also has, I don't know how many losses in the Federal League Jackson has. I'd have to look.
Okay.
It would just create chaos, which is awesome.
Jackson's making a nice run.
Jackson's coming around. All right.
Sneaky.
Big game tonight in Akron. It is the 4-2 Glenville Tarblooders. Their only losses are to Avon and St. Ed's. Back back-to-back
State
weeks.
champs. Well, 2 state champs,
And
Division
2
1,
state
Division
champs.
2.
And Hoban, they're at 5-1. Hoban's only loss is to Spalding.
Team out Maryland.
I believe so. And it was a big win for
Oh,
Spalding.
they put it on them.
So, fans take
the fans voted for Hoban.
Hoban.
I'm going to stay with the Knights as well because it's homecoming, and I just think it's tough.
Table of 3. Hoban.
I thought you might.
No, I thought about
is
it.
Glenville as healthy as they were week 1?
Probably not. No team is as healthy as they are.
Okay,
week
well
one.
that was
There's
a
no
stupid
chance.
question when you played that out there.
Yeah.
I just played that back in my head.
If the Bulldogs win tonight, they are guaranteed a share of the Fed. If the Bulldogs of Canton McKinley win tonight, they will have a share of the Federal League
they
title.
got a share for there's not
Because
winner.
Hoover is the other one with 1 loss now in the Federal League. So Federal League is always so much fun. I love it.
All right, no difference,
Big
no
one
separation
in
yet.
Nordonia tonight. 7-0 Wadsworth, 6-1 Nordonia. Nordonia's only lost to a very difficult North Royalton team.
And the fans voted for Wadsworth.
I'm taking Wadsworth.
Dang it!
They're undefeated. I'm riding the Grizzlies. Come on.
I'm not giving away a free one.
No, you can't give away this.
I'm not giving away free
These
picks.
next 2 games, folks, and then the honorable mention game. I think I will. We might throw it in this week. We'll see. We haven't done it all year, so I don't.
You and still like that weird one between you and I as a tiebreaker. I don't see it.
I don't know.
I think we're probably picking the exact same way out.
We'll see. 6-1 Alliance. Their only loss to Louisville at 6-1 West Branch. West Branch's only loss was to Canfield week 1. West Branch on a 6-game winning streak. Both of these teams are phenomenal.
But the fans took West Branch.
Of course they did.
And I'm taking West Branch. See, at least I did it first. You can try. You want to go? A little separation?
West Branch.
Dang it.
It's going to be
He
that.
doesn't want to do it either. Do you notice that? He
I
doesn't want
wanna-
to give me another game.
I don't want to fall behind 3 games. That's difficult.
It's over.
6-1 Manchester. Their only loss is to Kenston. At 6-1 Triway. Their only loss is to Northwest. This a big Pac-7 football game
you were talking up some
Worcester.
Triway last week.
Triway 6-1. Give me Triway. I'm taking Triway in this one. It's a home game for Triway. I think Triway's got a good thing going.
We got a little difference. I'm taking Manchester, bud.
Yep.
With the fans.
Okay.
With the fans.
Okay.
Looks like me and the fans are going 5-0 this week.
Yeah, or 4-1.
Ooh.
Or 4-1.
Fans would fall back
So,
to you.
again,
You pick up a game on me.
Before we get to our
I like
honorable
it.
mention game of tonight, Matt, I know Matt had a bunch of write-ins. Let's get to those really quick.
Love the fact that you guys are fans.
Shout
writing
out to the
us up.
fans. Like, before you do that, though, you want to know how the fans are giving us some honorable mention games? Because they're joining the Facebook group.
Yep.
You guys have heard us talk about it. We're in week 8. 8, guys. 8.
Mm-hmm.
8 weeks have already passed. Where have you been? Why haven't you joined the group yet? What are you doing? Join the group.
Yeah.
Really easy to do. Join the group.
You
Right
get to
there. You
follow
see
along. We post a bunch of content, trying to put up as much of there as we can.
Yeah.
Friday nights when I get out, you get out, you're
I get
calling
out.
games, you put videos up, I put some videos up. You know, we like to be able to do that. Plus, then we get the comments. We know where to kind of travel to.
Yeah.
So fans be able to do that. So we're going to rapid fire.
You're going to
these.
skip that game on your
I
list.
will not touch it.
Yep. Skip
All
that game. All right. Anyway, Matt, take
quick
it away.
rapid. We had Hoover Perry. Quickly.
Hoover. They're going to rebound.
Is it at Perry?
I don't know. You wrote these down.
All right, Perry. I'll take Perry.
Okay.
Norton, Woodridge.
Norton.
Northwest, Tuslaw.
Northwest.
Yep. Coventry, Springfield.
Give me the Comets of Coventry.
Nice job. Good call. Copley, Cuyahoga Falls.
Copley.
Yep. Highland, Kent Roosevelt.
Highland?
Yep. Hang on. Can you pick? You
I can't tell you that
Okay, the Louisville Green.
That'll be the game that I will be on with Jay Wilhelm for Q92 Sports tonight, live from Memorial Stadium in green. Can't wait for that one. It's going to be a doozy. 2-5 Green, and I believe 5-2 Louisville.
I'm going to take Louisville.
Okay.
All right, we'll see what happens with that. Mogadore and Collinwood. It's like Mogadore. Because we're in.
I don't know.
Then take Mogadore.
Mogadore all the way.
Yeah. Okay. Last one. East and Firestone.
East.
Yeah.
East is really, really good. I'm excited to watch them.
And the one that I
continue their
wasn't allowed
run.
to talk about, your honorable mention, that gets its own separate
It
thing.
does, guys. This one is a little bit. This is a little sad. It's heartfelt for me because I think this is a big deal. Obviously, we have several fans whose children have attended CVCA. I have a friend who teaches at CVCA. This is kind of a big deal. So 6-1, Notre Dame Cathedral Latin.
Yeah,
will travel to Cuyahoga Falls Stowe to take on the 6-0 undefeated Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy Royals, or CVCA Royals for short.
Gotcha.
Tonight, it is a very special night for those in attendance of the CVCA Royals game. The team is planning on honoring football coach and teacher Paul Mucklewitz. He's 44. Why is it a big deal that we're talking about Paul? Well, Paul is currently battling stage 4 inoperable and incurable colon cancer. However, despite everything that he is going through, he is still very much active at the school, despite his ongoing treatments. When I heard that he was 44 years old, that's a year older than me.
Yeah.
That hurt immensely because it's a reality check that we're not invincible. We're not, age is just a number, right? That's what everybody says. Age is just a number. But tonight they're going to be using the hashtag #4Muck. So obviously that game also is the Fox 8 game of the week. If you didn't know, now you know. Fox 8 will be in attendance as well.
Okay.
With the chopper.
They're always following me.
So
Friday, I feel like
as
soon as I get to a game, I hear.
I know, right? It's well, is that a drone or is that the chopper?
That was my
It's
crappy version of a helicopter.
So obviously tonight, our thoughts and prayers are with Coach Paul Mucklewitz. The community.
No, that's
having inoperable and incurable colon cancer. I can't imagine what him and his family are going through. The fact that he is still active, coaching and teaching and doing everything that he's doing at the school.
It's a testament to why I got into it.
Exactly.
You know?
And it's an amazing thing. Obviously, we've talked to head coach Cook from CVCA multiple times. He's a fan of the show. He's a fan of us. We are a fan of him. This is a big deal for them tonight. So if you are going to this game, I want to see pictures.
Yeah.
I want to see videos. I want to see everything that you can throw on our group page.
Hey, hit that hashtag on there.
Hashtag #4Muck tonight. You see it on the screen. So shout out to Coach Muck and the CVCA Royals. I will take them in a big win tonight.
Yeah. Viewable on CVCA live stream.
CVCA live stream tonight. There you go. Shout out to Tim Nichols.
I'll take 17 plus.
Ooh, yeah, it's going to be an emotional night.
I think that
I'm sure there's going to be some tears shed.
Oh, for sure,
I believe 100%. So, but
I think that's absolutely awesome that the Royals are honoring him that way and
fantastic.
Pulling together. And that's the thing that's you really have to do at a private school because it pulls that community. It's tough to be able to do that at a private school. So when you can rally together and you get everybody there, and CVCA turns out,
they do. That stadium will be packed.
Absolutely,
it will be loud. It will be everything that you want in a high school football game. 6-1 versus 6-0 tonight. Again, I will be at Green Memorial Stadium, Green High School for Green and Louisville, myself and my broadcast partner, Jay Wilhelm from Q92 Sports. Yes, we do need a helicopter.
You just need me to make the noise.
That sounds like that's.
Don't forget. Don't forget Jackson over 6-0 Lake.
Was that a write-in? Did we miss that one?
No, that was last week. He's referring to last week when Jackson.
Yes, Jackson did defeat. That score should have been on your ticker, Corey.
Ooh.
But yes, Matt is the best in the biz.
He's such a nice guy. That guy's a liar.
Oh, well,
liar.
There you go.
But thank you. I appreciate you.
So I will be in Green tonight with Q92 Sports. Matt will be in Nordonia and in Norton tonight.
I'm going to try to catch like that 271. Full transparency.
Here we go.
No, typically I try to put two games.
Matt here.
I always try to put two games close to each other.
Thank you.
I wanted to cover Norton because Norton has been literally writing us messages that I don't cover them. So I'm like, cool. I looked up, saw Woodridge. I was like, I'll hit that on the way home from Nordonia. I'm about to put a 100-mile round trip on just so the Norton faithful can feel the love of the 330 high school football show.
And so for those that also don't know, Matt,
I want free popcorn and pop when I get there.
So I usually send out the emails to the athletic directors to get us access into the games. Obviously, I'm not there because of Q92 Sports, but Matt and usually a guest are able to go and represent the 330 to go high school football show. And when Matt sent me these 2 games, I'm like, okay, that's okay. Yeah. And then I text him and I go, hey, you're good for Norton. You're good for Nordonia. And he goes, Bud, what are you talking about? The game's in Woodridge. I said, no, it's not, buddy. It's at Norton tonight.
I just thought I was going to jump right off at Seasons, make a little quick right and a left there on Wyoga. Stop
Wrong,
in.
sir.
Wasn't going up to Walsh because, they're on a bye week. They're on an Ursuline bye week.
I don't think so, Tim.
So, man. But anyways, I think 271 down to 71, bringing it back in off 76 might be the way to go. I'll see the lights of the new Norton Stadium.
If anybody can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, well. Hopefully Wadsworth. What irritates me is Wadsworth and Nordonia could turn out to be a great game, and I'm not going to want to leave. Okay, but
Norton
I'm
and
going to
Woodridge could turn into a very good game as well. That's why they play the game.
Yes,
do you like what I did there?
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning into the 330 to go high school football show, week 8. Be safe tonight. Have fun. Enjoy this beautiful fall-like weather. It is hoodie season. Finally, hoodie season. Cannot wait. Make sure you look for the post, the score post that we throw up every single Friday night. Throw in your comments.
There it is.
Throw some videos. Throw in pictures. Even if you want to message us that stuff so that we can use your footage, which we will do.
Oh,
that was, I don't know what that was.
He's trying to get me go down that rabbit hole of comments again, get me all fired up.
No.
Not happening.
Once again, folks, have a fantastic night. We will see you once again next week for week 9. Until then, we'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in.